A vision without a plan is just a wish. So what vision do you have? In the next 10 years, what are you aspiring to become? So what are you planning? What are your plans? You might have a vision. Okay, I want to go back to school. I want to become a doctor. You already start planning how you're going to go back to school. Start making for arrangement. Okay, in the next 10 years, I want to be a stylist. You start planning already how you become the stylist. Is this 2 years? Is it 3 years? In the next 10 years, I want to do the business. You start planning. For example, you start saving even $1 every day, 100 francs, whatever currency you have. You are planning for it. In the next 5 years, I want to get married. Then you start looking for the women. You start dating. I just want to marry a beautiful woman, but then you're not dating, and then you're not planning. For example, I want to get married and have my own place. But when you start planning, you start having that vision, then God is going to accomplish it. We always have to be a dreamer. Don't just, anyway, I was born in this little village, I'm going to die here. That's my father was, my grandmother was, no. You have to come out from there. You cannot become what you have not dreamed of. Life don't just happen. Life is not a coincidental. Things don't just happen coincidentally. It doesn't happen that way. See, she was just lucky. It just happened. No, it doesn't happen. Or she was just blessed. I call her blessed. I don't even call it lucky. She was just blessed. But normally people will say she was just a lucky person. It just happened. For every successful person, there's a plan for it. They do plan. Even business, I will plan and be saving this amount. Then I will take this loan, or I will do this, I will establish in this business. It happen. For those that go to school, I will plan and plan and plan. School is 5 years, school is 7 years. Then I will do that, and they start planning the house, and they start building it gradually. So I don't know, for everyone that have a vision, you want to become this in life, then you have that vision, you start planning for it. If you have to go back to school to do this little course, you go back to school. If you have to go back to any training that you need to do, you do the training. You develop yourself, you work on yourself. For example, I plan that every day I'll come out with little video, and I plan and I'm giving the video every day. I did not just wish, I wish I will just be doing this. You're just witching, but you don't have any dream for anything. For example, you want to write a book, you have a vision of writing a book. Every day you start writing one sentence. The boy is going to school, for example. I live in a mud house. I live in a comfortable house. You want to write the history of your life. Every day, gradually, you write one sentence. Before you want to know, by the end of the week, you have already written 1 page. By the end of 2 weeks, you've written 2 pages. By the end of 3 weeks. But if you keep procrastinating, they know, I don't even know, or you don't have that vision, you don't have that dream. So I just come to encourage all this morning that having that vision, that dream, maybe you had that dream and then you're planning, there's something come and happen that is negative and you become discouraged. But I come to tell people that the book of Romans 8:26, for everything that happened for them that love the Lord happen for their own good. So every disappointment is an appointment and it's a blessing. Do not be discouraged. Pick out your load and start moving on. When you start moving on, you see gradually, everything will be fine. Gradually. My dad told us that my dad came from a very broke home. The parents did not go to school. He came and went to school in my country. They call that like standard 6. But nowadays, you'll be standard 6 can be compared to ordinary level. That will be middle school. As I'll say, people who ended middle school. Then he was working with the plantation like CDC. That's Cameroon Development Corporation. They deal with bananas. He was employed there. Then he started like looking for little bananas and selling them himself. He'll try to sell like kerosene, which is fuel to put he start having like to sell gas little by little in the car. That was little petty business he was doing. Then my dad listened to something. My dad now, we used to live in Munya. We live in Munya. My family house is in Munya. That's where I will grow up in. So my dad now will be selling fuel, that's gas. Limbe was like, how many kilometers is it in? Not too far, but because of the bad road. So Munya was under Boya. I'm sorry about that, guys. So my dad will keep money in. He know he wanted to become rich. He wants to become a big man. Are you understanding? And he knows he can. He had that vision that he'll be a big man. He wants his own a big house, a big car, to have his office, to have places, to have different type of businesses. So when he was doing that, he was selling gas, selling banana, selling little things. At the end of every week, my dad would go to Limbe and keep that money there, open an account. Back then, Boya did not have any bank. My dad would go and put it in the bank, in Limbe Bank. The bank manager there was a white man then in my country. It was a white guy from, I don't know, but it was a white guy. So my dad, every week, my dad would come and put, let me see, the gain can be 1,000. My dad would still pay transport and come today and put that money. The gain can be 2,000. How little it is. He made up his mind. It will be 2,000. You come and put it. The gain can be 5,000. You will drive. Or $2, $3. It doesn't matter. You will still spend money and come and put that money in that bank. The bank manager was curious that this man my dad believed that as you dress, that is how you address. So he used to dress so good that he loved white. You put on white shirt and tuck in. Looking nice now, that the way you appear, that's how you be addressed. Yeah, that's one of his policy. You have to appear the way you want people to address you. So he was always looking sharp now. Huh? So the bank manager was curious. True life story. The bank manager say he want to see him. So the bank manager say, you're the only one from Munya, like from Southwest, from Munya, from that area, coming to keep money here. What do you do? My dad said, I work in CDC. I do little business, but I really wish I have money to start. I want to do transportation. So this man follow my, say, I want to see you. Back then, my dad was married to 2 wives. Obviously, he had 3 wives before he died, but he was married to 2 wives, my mother and my other stepmother. The bank manager followed my dad now to the house, to my house now, the house that we're living there. My dad was in that it was built with plywood down. So the bank manager went and see his family. You know that where I come from, if you're married, you're considered that you're being responsible. That's a people know that that's some way of responsibility that they look on you. So the bank manager said no problem. The bank manager come and look at his house, look at his family, at the wife, the children. So you're responsible man, you have a wife, you have children, and you're taking care. And so the bank manager, I'm going to do you a favor because you have been faithful. For 2 years I've been watching you. I just said to your babe, that's been why you come every week faithfully to put this little money. It means you have a dream, you have a vision. So the man gave my dad money to buy 2 small cars. Those cars, they have a name, but I cannot really remember them. People back don't remember. Let me see, they were just taxi. 2 taxi. Let me put taxi, for example. My dad, but there were cars that were using a taxi. Say, I'll give you the money for 2 cars. Then you when the car have work, then you can return my money back. Trust no. My dad, okay. After a while, my dad balanced the money and have his gain. I went and gave the man. The man trusted my dad. The man gave my dad money to buy 49 cars. Back then, those cars were like this. They have a name also, but you can compare it with buses, like these buses that bus transportation. So at once, but my dad said The man was prepared to give him more money, but he was afraid to take too much risk that something might happen and they'll come and sell all his property. So he did not have the, if he had that heart, he could have just taken money that be 49. So that is when he escaped poverty. He escaped middle class. You know the type of blessing God will just bless you, just jump from. As Joseph was being blessed from nobody to somebody, you just change your entire generation. Your lineage is just changed. So that's what happened to my dad. Because my dad had a vision, a goal. He made a plan that you'll be saving little. With that plan, God not touched a man's heart to favor him. Favor now comes in. So we also need favor. But when you become faithful in anything, always that God will faithful touch people's heart to help you. So you cannot give up. You know, it did not just happen over time. Persistence, struggling, and everything. And he made it big time. From there, he established, he started doing insurance. From there, he built houses, giving it for rent. So he established other businesses. And that was it. His lineage, just his entire generation changed. So I come to encourage somebody this morning that write them. And what do you have? A vision without a plan is just a witch. No, you're in a dreamland. So our Bible verse this morning was Romans 8:28. For everything that happened for them, they love the Lord, happened for their own good. So whatever happened to you, happened for your own good. So take it as a blessing and try to move on. Then you're going to see an improvement. Thank you very much. My name is Marindo. Every day I come with little tips. They are pills to calm down. If you are not giving your life to Christ, just repeat after me. Say, Jesus, I thank you. Come and be the Lord after my soul. I worship you. I bless your name. For in Jesus' name we pray you. Amen. If you have not given your life to Christ, look for any Bible-believing church. If you just give your life to Christ now, you don't have a Bible-believing church. Look for any Bible-believing church around you and make Jesus a Lord over your soul. Thank you very much, Marindo.